everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome to Ask Think episode number 130 for Monday, December 1st, 2014. Guys, it's the month of Christmas, hooray! Now, remember last week I asked you guys a question. It's, what's your favorite theme song and why? And I got a ton of different answers, and I really like this because it's funny because most of these are ones that I recognize, and instantly when I hear the name of the song, I sing it in my head. So those are why these are pretty popular theme songs. And the first one is from Duck Rock MC 2001: A Space Odyssey because it's completely legendary. And I love how he sung the lyrics as well. And a lot of people did that. Bo the Moose said his favorite intro song is the 90s Power Ranger theme with Go Go Power Rangers. And see, that's what, when I read it, I don't even read it as Go Go Power Rangers. I just hear it in my head. Now, this was an interesting one. Nonsensible Gaming said they don't have a favorite intro, but a favorite outro was Always Look on the Bright Side of Life from Monty Python's The Life of Brian. And I did not, in a million years, expect that I would get someone citing a song from a Monty Python movie. Daisy Souza said their favorite intro to a song is The Twilight Zone, and that's a great one. And of course, you guys. Amber Wilson said Tomorrow from Annie, which is her favorite movie. And I don't know if you know this. I mean, probably you do since it's your favorite movie, but I've noticed there's been billboards here in New York that they're having a new Annie movie come out this Christmas. The Mega Minecrafter said The Circle of Life from The Lion King because Nanzigo Banya Baba Chichi Baba. But then the Nethermancer said it's Si Kenya Mari Chihuahua. Just, I love how everyone's got their own, like, and even Wigi6 has her own like interpretation of what that actually says. Edgardo Correa says, my favorite theme song is DuckTales because it's catchy. And DuckTales is an old cartoon and one of my favorites, probably second to the Smurfs. And yeah, DuckTales, ooh. It really is. I mean, these songs just really stick with me. I haven't seen DuckTales in probably 20 years, but I still remember the theme song so clearly. D'Angelo NC said it's definitely the one for Sherlock, the modern Sherlock Holmes series. And I think you mean I'm not sure if you mean the one on the BBC with Benedict Cumberbatch, or you mean Elementary, which is the US version. And I like them both. So I don't know which one you're talking about. I think you're referring to the one on the BBC, though. King Neon Sheep, The Addams Family, da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun. Okay, I got it. You guys got it. You know it. Marcus Tapace said their favorite show theme song is Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. And yes, and a lot of other ones. The Simpsons soundtrack because it's catchy and it's their favorite show. And yes, and it's never changed. And I think that show's been on TV for 25, almost 30 years, I think, is it? No, it's not there, but it's been like 25 years and it hasn't changed a bit. A couple of people said the Walking Dead intro because it really sets the mood. And for those of you guys who watched the show, can you believe last night? I just like, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but just, that ending. And now we have to wait till February. So frustrating, but wow. Then the next couple of people said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. And I always try to do On the Half Shell. And I don't know why. I've always just done that because I think it's funny. And I used it in my Things Lab episode. The show or the theme song for the show Friends, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you too. And Ghostbusters, which is awesome. What a great song. Who You Gonna Call? And then a few people, or a lot of people, said Attack on Titan, and they said the Attack on Titan season 1 theme song. So I assume it changes from season to season. I don't know the song or even the show. A bunch of people said all the different Pokemon theme songs were their favorite, which I should have expected because Pokemon is so popular. Then a ton of people said the Gravity Falls theme song. And I have to admit, I haven't watched it yet, but I did set my TiVo and it recorded an episode yesterday, so I'm going to watch it in the next couple of days. Then, of course, one of the probably most popular theme songs of any TV show of all time is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with the theme song by Will Smith. Then the theme song for Full House, and I don't need to look it up because people, well, it's funny. A lot of people see Kopi on the sidewalk and they see all of her fur, it's really long and fluffy. And a lot of people, I'd say like maybe if someone, 9 out of 10 people, if they're going to call her after a famous dog, they always say Lassie. And I think they just haven't watched Lassie in a while and they see her long fur and they just think, oh, look, it's, Lassie. But, Lassie's obviously a collie and looks nothing like her. But the people who do get it right, the 1 out of 10, they always say Comet from Full House. So, of course, I know that show. I'm reminded of it almost every day. Then I think the most popular theme song of all is the intro to Doctor Who. And I think, it depends. Like, it's some people say, this season or that season because it changes all the time. And I really want to watch Doctor Who. So I actually have a question for you guys. So, I know that it's been running in the UK for like a million years, right? And there's many doctors and all that stuff. And can I just pick it up like at the beginning of this season? I think there's a new doctor this season. So would it be like, would I know what's going on if I just started up like at the, first episode of this season, or would I have to go all the way back like 20 to, I don't know what season this is, 27 or something. I'm not sure. And then would I have to go all the way back to season 1 to really understand what's going on? Then we get to what I think is probably my most favorite theme song as well, and a few people agreed with me, and that is the theme to Star Wars. It just, oh man. Actually, all of the music in Star Wars is amazing, but just that theme song, da-da-da-da, it just comes in like that, and you get the logo, and you get the scrolling text, and you're just like, this is going to be awesome. I can't wait for episode 7. It's going to be so good. Now, for next week's question, it comes to us from Purple Owl Cat. And I don't know if she meant this for everyone, but I think it's a great question for everyone. So here it goes. It's if you could get one present and only that one object from all your family and friends for the rest of your life, every time you got a present, what would it be? So I think what she means is, you would keep getting this present, but it wouldn't be like you can only have one present for the rest of your life. You can have those presents like for birthdays and Christmas and everything, but it's always going to be the same thing. So if you could choose that one thing, and that's the only thing you get for the rest of your life over and over and over, what would it be? And why? Because and that I'm gonna really have to think about this. And usually when I do one of these questions, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's easy. This is it. But this one's gonna be really hard for me. All right, guys, and now before we get to the questions for me, don't forget to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer next week. Remember, only one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this Ask Think are closed, go to the most recent Ask Think and ask your question there. Now on to the questions, and the first one is from Marley53113 on CP, and it says, what time are you reading this? And I remember when I took a screenshot of your comment, because it was one of the first ones because of the way that YouTube orders the comments. So yours, I was reading around 5:10 a.m. This morning. And I ran until about, and yours was one of the first ones I read. And I ran until about 6:30, 6:45 by the time I was done reading and taking screenshots of all the questions. Zilia C says, hey, Vink, I played Club Penguin and did not see you. Can you tell me why you didn't play? Well, if it was this Thursday, it's because it was Thanksgiving. And I'll tell you guys right now and in advance, on Christmas Day, I won't be playing Club Penguin for Think Thursday. It'll be on probably shifted to Friday or maybe Wednesday. Best thing to do is to follow me on Twitter, and I will keep you guys updated on when I'm going to actually do it. And that's what I did for last week, and I moved it to Friday. And so if you are there on Thursday, I'm so sorry. Gabriel Freeze asks, hey, think how come you started doing that? Can we get 1,000 likes at the end of your videos? No offense, other YouTubers do it, but you said you hated asking for likes. I do hate asking for likes. I really do, and I don't ask for it in the videos. I used to do this little piston at the beginning, but what happened is in the beginning it worked really well. People were like, "Oh, I love that thing," and I'll, you know, and it reminded them to click the like button. But they became so used to the sound and the action that really didn't have much effect anymore to remind people. And I don't like asking for likes and say, "Oh, please like this video," because you know, and it does. It really, really helps when you do like my videos. The more people that like it, you know, it's crazy. Like I know on my diversities videos, it was really interesting because, you know, they got a certain number of views and they'd get like around like, I don't know, 600 likes, right? But then there was that one episode with the Easter egg in it where I had to click all those like buttons, and that video got like 4,000 likes because I said, you guys, if I have to click the like button on the video like 10 times, you guys can click it, you know, you can click the one little thumbs up button. And a lot of people did it. And I think it almost doubled the views on my video, which is crazy, but it does have an effect. And I, you know, on certain videos, actually, you know, Ask Think doesn't get a ton of likes, but I don't really care that much. You know, I just do this for you guys, and but yeah, so I don't like asking for likes. So saying it out loud at the end, like, oh, hey, you know, like, you know, can we, or at the beginning, a lot of people ask at the beginning because there are more people watching the video. And you know, I don't think it's a bad thing to leave just a visual reminder that doesn't take away from the video and, you know, doesn't promise anything or say, oh, if we get to 5,000 likes, I'll make another video or anything like that. I'm not that type. It's just a reminder. Griffin 9000 says, isn't Black Friday a Thanksgiving thing in the US? It's hard because it sort of is, but it really has nothing to do with the holiday other than it is considered the beginning of the retail shopping season for Christmas. And it's really, really important to retailers to make a lot of money in the month between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And yeah, so that's what kicks off that season of buying stuff. Jesus Cruz says, hey, Think, are you ever thinking of making console gameplay like Minecraft on PS4 or Xbox One? Yeah, I mean, I've considered it. I don't have a PS4 or an Xbox One yet, but if I did, it would probably be on Xbox One. Raul H says, why don't you play Five Nights at Freddy's 2, please? You know, it's not my type of game. It really, like, the horror jump scare games are really not the kind of game that I'm interested in playing. I know it's popular. I know everybody's doing it, but that's not why I play games. I play games because I find them fun and you guys would find them fun. And if I'm just playing a game because it's trending and it's popular, that's just not what I want to do. I don't care if I'll get more subscribers because of that or anything like that. It doesn't matter. But I know that there is like a mod for Minecraft. You know, in my Things Lab, it was actually just a map. But I think there's actually a mod for it, so I might work that into a video at some point. But as far as the actual game, I don't think I'm gonna play it. Sheena1234ization asks, Think, what's your favorite fizzy drink? Pepsi, Fanta, Tango, energy drinks, Mountain Dew, or Sprite? I don't think Red Bull is fizzy. Not really. I guess out of those 6, I would have to say Fanta and strawberry Fanta. Ninja Gamer says, hey, Think, do you find it annoying when people act like your secretaries? I mean, when other people already have the answers to your questions. No, I actually like that. When you guys ask questions on Ask Think, and it's something that I know I'm answered maybe once or twice already on Ask Think, and I'm not going to answer it in the video. I love that people already know the answer and go ahead and reply to your comments and answer it for you. So that way you do know the answer. Sandra Frost asks, what's the latest you've ever stayed up? Oh, I've pulled all-nighters before because I've forgotten to do homework or something like that. It's happened quite a few times. Pinky Flamingo says, think when you first had noodles, did you A, use dummy chopsticks, B, use basic chopsticks, C, slurp, D, use a fork, E, eat all of them one big chunk, or F, I was going to say 5, but it's actually 6, drink all the soup and leave the rest of the noodles on your bowl. When he first had noodles, or she, I'm not sure if that's a he or she. I can't, it's a pink flamingo. It could be a boy or a girl. So when they had their noodles the first time, they ate them in one big chunk. I would say I probably used a fork, and I'm sorry for disgracing chopsticks. Daniela Fuentes Lozano asks for a good video editor on iPhone. I don't really know. I've never edited videos on an iPhone, and I'm not really sure there's much else besides iMovie. Anthony Pezzarello asks, is that animation of you doing that episode of One Night at Freddy's made by you or some random person? Not me and not someone random. That was made by Abby Studios, and she's done other Thinknoodles animated in the past, and I commissioned her to do this one for my channel because I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to give her a little bit more recognition for it because it'll get more attention on my channel, and I just thought it would be awesome. And I think, assuming everything goes well with the way that you guys enjoy it, and it seems to be going really, really well. We'll probably hit 200,000 views on it this week. Assuming that all goes well, you'll be seeing more of them on my channel if you guys like them. Never Trust an Atom asks, what kind of food do they have in Indonesia? There's an Indonesian restaurant in town. If I wanted to try it, never had Indonesian food. It's hard to explain. I would say it's like Malaysian food, but you probably haven't had that either. I mean, it's hard. Gosh, it's not like Chinese food. You know what? Here, I'll tell you. Go try it. And if you don't know what to order, I'm sure they have this on the menu. Try nasi goreng. It's a very standard thing, and it's kind of like Chinese fried rice, but different. And really, really good. Experience Explosion says, hey, Think, I'm a fellow YouTube video maker, and you once said what camera you had before. Could you tell me again? It's an Olympus OMD EM1, and I don't use it that often. I mean, for the recent Kopi video that I did, that was just my iPhone, and I use that for a lot of stuff. But when I'm trying to do really, really like, I don't know why I use that sometimes, and sometimes I just use my iPhone. Well, if I'm mounting it on a tripod, I definitely use that one. But if I'm holding it in my hand, I use my iPhone. Pageant Princess Abul 99 asks, what's snow like? I only saw it 6 or 7, or I saw it when I was 6 and almost 7 years ago. It depends. It depends on the weather. Sometimes snow can be awful and disgusting and cold and wet, and it just slaps you in the face, and it's horrible. And a lot of times snow is like that, But then there's those beautiful days when you have movie snow, and that's what I call this snow. When you're watching a movie or a TV show and they're walking on the sidewalk and the snow is falling and floating gently, and they're, and it's, that's movie snow. It's rare, and I've seen it a few times, and I love that because it's like this fluffy beautifulness, and there's no wind blowing, and it's just, it's so peaceful. But in general, it's kind of like, it's like frozen rain, really. I mean, usually it comes along with winds, and it's blowing in your face, and it can sometimes be beautiful and sometimes be horrible. Novacat asks, what potion effect would you least want in real life? Hunger, blindness, poison, slowness, or nausea? I would have to say nausea because that's the most annoying one to me when I'm playing the game. Ali Bearjet says, you were on TV in gaming room at my parents' garage. How did you get on it? They found me, the production company that does the show for Disney found me from my website, I think, and they asked if they could commission me for a few videos, and I did it. There should be 2 or 3 more. Martin Sazanek Royal says, think my question is, will you ever do a series where you showcase new games each week, like TDM Plays or Flash Friday? You know, I was talking to Dan about this last week because he played that game Crossy Road, and I was like, dude, that game is amazing. Where do you find these games like this? Is there a website I should be looking at to find these awesome games? And he's like, nah, I just look for free games, and I was just checking out the App Store, and it looked awesome. So, you know, I do want to. So yeah, maybe I will. Kobe the kitten says, hey, think when I had a dog, her fur got everywhere. Even if you pet her or hugged her, her fur got on your clothes, and it made you sneeze. Does her fur get everywhere? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? It's a 10. She sheds like crazy, and you don't have to pet her or hug her. You just have to be near her or be near anything that she's been near, and it'll get all over you. Derek Wang asks, have you ever been to China? Yes. We went to China when it was a year after my wife graduated college. So that would have been, let's see, 4 or 5. About nine years ago, I think. Was it, or 10 years ago? Yeah, 9 or 10 years ago we went. Emily Prince asks, what would be your estimated speed for the speed of light? I think that there's only, I think there's really only one. I mean, as far as estimated speed of light, I think I just do 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. I think, isn't it 3 times 10? Yeah, it is. Charlotte and Selmo says, hey, Vink, have you seen your wiki? It's amazing. Yes, I have. And yes, it is amazing. The reason I looked at it maybe 2 weeks ago, because I was running around the tree on the Noodle planet and I accidentally broke one of the signs. Well, I meant to break the newest sign because I was like memorizing what I do. This is what I do on the Noodle planet. When I'm going to add someone to the signs, you know, I go, okay, those are the 3 names, and I add the 4th one. So I remember those 3, and I chop the sign, and then I immediately make the sign with the new person on it. But I was doing that, right? I was like, okay, memorize. And like, I don't know what I did, but I moved my mouse just a little bit left, and with my diamond axe, chop that other sign so fast. And I didn't know who was on those. And I was like, So then I was like, oh, do I have to watch like 4 separate videos and I have to go back and figure that out? And I was like, man, wonder if someone keeps track of this. So I did a Google search for something like Thinknoodles Golden Noodle Awards or something. And it came like, it was crazy. It came like you guys or whoever does it list each Golden Noodle Award. And not only that, they list the reason that they get it. So it's so easy for me to go there and say, yep, that person, and add them to the signs and get back to the video. It was awesome. Dream Crusher 5000 says, please answer, is it okay to publish Minecraft videos or will I get copyright? Yes, it is okay to publish Minecraft videos. You will not get copyright violations. Swifty says, have you ever had an asthma attack while recording? If yes, what did you do? No, I haven't. So you probably have watched my Draw My Life. That's how you know I have asthma. And I've outgrown it. I mean, I was really, really sick as a kid with my asthma. But now it hardly bothers me at all unless I'm near a cat, which, well, we don't have cats in our house, so that's not really a problem. I don't even know where my inhaler is most of the time. Michelle Perez asks, is there a world download for ThinkSlab? No, currently no, but I know a lot of people have been really watching the videos critically and they've been rebuilding it. The next couple of people ask about how I get the minions in ThinkSlab, and yes, it is a resource pack, but I do not have a download, so I can't put a link in the description. Hot Burrito 101 says, how come in your latest ThinkSlab, when Kevin talks, the words tilt back? That's something I'm playing with. It's called motion tracking. And basically what I do is track Kevin's face so that when my camera or when he turns or when I turn, the text tries to stay aligned to his face. It's pretty complicated and I'm really bad at it. So it jumbles around a little bit. But I might get better at it. I don't know. Did you guys like it? Because it takes a lot of extra work to make it seem like the text is attached to the character. And I don't know. That's just what I was trying to do. James Macklin says, hey, Think, what happens if you run out of minions to name? Are you going to spawn some more? Or are you going to stop ThinkSlab? Please don't stop. So all of the non-name minions I kill. I mean, disappeared and left the lab a long time ago. And so each minion that I name is a new minion that I spawn in. I spawn them in with a /summon and make them invulnerable so they never die. Now that said, I'm not ever going to run out of minions to name. The problem, the thing I'm a little worried about, but it's not been a problem just yet. But, you know, I think there's around 80 of them now. But when my entity count gets high enough, I'm going to start running into some serious lag. And at that point, I don't know what I'm going to do. The Toto Bro says, so what did your wife think when you showed her your impression of her on the Noodle planet? She called me a big dork. That's what her reaction was. Blackstorm, Blackstorm2X asks, will your carrot farm work on Xbox 360 and Xbox One? I don't know. That depends on the way that they've implemented villagers. If they've implemented them with the new code, and this would be pretty easy to check. If you go into a village, just go in there and break some wheat, but leave the land so it is tilled, you know, with as farmland. And if a villager will go and plant seeds in it, then yes, it should work. Madeline Bushell asks, how did you make Thing's wife come into your world? I want to do that with my friend. Well, for me, it's pretty easy because I run the Noodle planet on a server, so it's easy to just have her join the server. With your friend, you'd either have to have your world on a server, or if they're in your house when you play, just open it to LAN. Gabby Diaries asks, do you look at other YouTubers for ideas for Things Lab? No. And there's a reason. I try and stay away from other YouTubers' mod reviews because I worry that I'll see something and then it'll get stuck in my head and I won't be able to think of anything else or any other way to use it. So when you see someone's mod review and they do something, oh, that's a really good idea. And then mine, I can't come up with my own. And then I say, oh, that mod's out because every time I think of that mod, I think of the mod review. So I stay away from the mod review so that when I get the mod, I'm like, okay, what does this mod do? All right, cool. So what can I do with it? And I never, ever watch other people's videos because I don't want it to corrupt my ideas. Second period asks, what would you rather do? Be in a room full of spiders for a minute or a room full of snakes for a minute? No. And you know, this is a horrible question. I hate spiders. And I thought that I was afraid of spiders more than snakes. But honestly, the thought of being in a room full of either one is equally terrifying. I don't want anything to do with it, so I'm just gonna go now because it's giving me the creepy crawlies. All right, guys, that's it for this Ask Think. Don't forget to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer next week. I'm like, why did that freak me out so much? I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, Noodle on!